Everyone knows what to do, but few actually do it. It's one of the greatest mysteries of life. Why do people, knowing exactly what will improve their lives, still fail to act? Ask almost anyone how to improve their health, they'll list 5 things instantly. Ask them how to earn more. They already know. Learn skills, save money, start something on the side. Ask them how to improve their relationships. They'll say communicate better, be more patient, be honest. Knowledge is rarely the issue. Knowledge is everywhere. We live in the most information-rich era in human history. You can learn anything in seconds. You can search, read, watch, download, or ask. People are overflowing with information, yet starving for action. And here's the hard truth. You don't get paid for what you know. You get paid for what you do with what you know. Your body doesn't change because you know how to exercise. Your finances don't change because you know how to budget. Your future doesn't change because you know what needs to be done. Nothing changes until you change your behavior. Most dreams disappear not because people lack intelligence or talent, but because they never cross the invisible barrier between intention and execution. They sit on ideas for years, thinking one day the right moment will come. They wait for motivation, clarity, confidence, or permission. But waiting is where life slips through your fingers. Think about how many times you told yourself, I'll start next week. I'll fix it later. I'll try when I'm ready. And weeks turned into months. Months turned into years. Suddenly you look back and realize the person you wanted to become never arrived. Not because you didn't know how, but because you never acted. We must confront this truth. Knowing is a warm comfort. Doing is a cold challenge. Knowing feels good. It feels like progress. But doing is where resistance shows up. Doing is where fear appears. Doing is where you face the discomfort that comes with growth. Knowledge builds the picture. Action builds the reality. There is a world of difference between the two, and most people never bridge that world. The comfort zone is the silent killer of dreams. If you want to understand why the knowing-doing gap exists, look no further than the comfort zone. It is soft, it is safe, and it is deadly. The comfort zone is where dreams quietly fade away. Not in dramatic failure, not in public defeat, but in quiet, invisible stillness. People don't stay stuck because they lack opportunity. They stay stuck because comfort whispers the most dangerous promise in the world. You can do it later. Later, the most expensive word in your vocabulary. Later steals years from people who have all the potential in the world. Later convinces people to delay their happiness, their growth, their goals. Later allows dreams to rot slowly while life keeps moving forward. Comfort gives you just enough ease to stop trying, but not enough satisfaction to feel fulfilled. It keeps you busy but never productive. It gives you temporary relief but permanent regret. And the comfort zone never announces itself as a threat. It doesn't say don't chase your dreams. It simply says not today. And for most people, not today becomes the story of their entire lives. But here's what many never realize. Your potential lives outside your comfort zone. Your confidence grows outside your comfort zone. Your courage strengthens outside your comfort zone. Every time you step 1 inch beyond what feels easy, you shrink the gap between knowing and doing. You prove to yourself that fear cannot control you. You prove that hesitation cannot imprison you. You prove that comfort cannot keep you small. The life you want requires discomfort, not destruction, not suffering. Just the willingness to stretch, to try, to move, to begin. Because nothing new is ever born inside the familiar. And nothing great is ever created in the space where you feel too safe to act. Action creates clarity. Inaction creates confusion. Most people believe they need clarity before they take action. They think they must know the whole path, understand every step, and feel completely ready. But clarity doesn't come first. Clarity comes from movement. You don't learn how strong you are by thinking about lifting the weight. You learn by lifting it. You don't discover your potential by imagining the journey. You discover it by taking the first step. The truth is, life reveals itself to those who move. Action teaches you more than any amount of planning ever will. You can read books, watch videos, make lists, take notes, and collect advice. But none of it will show you what your first step will show you. Action is the great illuminator. It turns confusion into direction. It turns doubt into experience. It turns fear into confidence. Think about the times you felt stuck, not because you lacked intelligence, but because you stayed still for too long. When you delay action, your mind becomes clouded. You begin to overthink. You replay the same thoughts again and again. You question yourself. You hesitate. And the longer you hesitate, the heavier the decision becomes. Inaction is a burden. It drains your energy, your enthusiasm, and your self-belief. It creates a mental fog that makes everything feel complicated, even simple tasks. But the moment you move, something shifts. You make a call you've been avoiding. You clean the room you've ignored for weeks. You take the first step toward your goal, and suddenly you feel lighter. Not because the task is finished, but because momentum lifts your spirit. Momentum is powerful. It gives you clarity that thinking alone cannot provide. Because once you start, you stop wondering, can I do this? And you start realizing, I am doing this. Action silences the doubts that grow in stillness. It breaks the chains of hesitation. It puts you back in control of your life. Life will never give you clarity before you act. It gives you clarity because you acted. Discipline turns knowledge into transformation. Knowledge is potential energy. Discipline is the force that turns that energy into power. Without discipline, the things you know will never become the things you experience. You can understand every principle of success and still fail if you lack discipline. You can know exactly how to transform your life and still stay stuck without discipline. Discipline is the bridge that carries you from intention to achievement. And here's the truth. You don't need motivation every day. You won't wake up inspired every morning. You won't always feel strong, confident, excited, or focused. But discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline asks what must be done. The most successful people aren't the most talented or the smartest. They are the most disciplined. They master the ordinary. They show up even on the days they don't want to. They understand that success is not built on emotion. It's built on consistency. Discipline says, I will train even when I'm tired. I will work even when I'm not in the mood. I will practice even when no one sees me. I will keep going even when progress feels slow. Discipline is a form of self-respect. When you practice discipline, you are saying to yourself, my future matters, my goals matter, my potential matters. Knowledge without discipline becomes wasted potential, but knowledge with discipline becomes transformation. The type of transformation that changes your income, your health, your confidence, your relationships, your habits, and the way you show up in the world. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about commitment. It's about choosing your future over your comfort. It's about doing small things consistently until they become part of who you are. Because discipline doesn't just change what you do, it changes who you become. And the stronger your discipline becomes, the smaller the gap between knowing and doing grows. Small daily actions close the gap faster than big plans. When people imagine transforming their lives, they often think of dramatic changes, huge commitments, perfect routines, intense schedules. But transformation rarely arrives through massive leaps. It arrives through small, repeated steps performed consistently, day after day. The biggest mistake most people make is believing they must overhaul everything at once. So they plan. They overplan. They wait for the perfect day, the perfect energy, the perfect mindset. And in that waiting, life passes them by. But progress is not built on perfection. Progress is built on repetition. A 10-minute workout every day will change your body faster than a single 3-hour workout once a month. Reading 5 pages daily will educate you more than finishing one whole book once every 6 months. Saving a small amount weekly will grow your future more than a big deposit you might make one day. Small actions compound. Small actions build momentum. Small actions create identity. When you take small daily steps, something inside you begins to shift. You start to trust yourself. You start to believe in your ability to change. You start to recognize that success isn't distant. It's connected to the choices you make today. The small actions aren't just habits, they're statements. They're you telling your future self, I'm coming for you. They're you telling your past self, I'm breaking the pattern. They're you telling your excuses, you don't control me anymore. Big dreams require long-term consistency more than short-term intensity. And when you commit to small daily actions, the gap between knowing and doing gets smaller and smaller, until one day you realize you've become a person of action, not just intention. Your life changes the moment you choose movement over excuses. Every single day you stand at a crossroads between two choices, movement or excuse. And the direction of your life depends entirely on which one you choose more often. Excuses are comfortable. They sound reasonable. They feel protective. They're easy to believe because they shield you from discomfort, effort, and fear. But excuses also imprison you. They rob you of opportunity. They steal your potential. They keep you trapped in the same year, living the same patterns, fighting the same battles. Movement, on the other hand, is uncomfortable. It asks you to stretch, to sweat, to sacrifice, to try again, to risk failure. But movement is also liberating. It opens doors. It builds confidence. It creates momentum. It gives you a sense of power that excuses could never provide. Your future self is shaped by the decisions you make today, not the dreams you had yesterday. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a perfect plan. You need the courage to act right now, right where you are, with what you have. The moment you choose movement, everything begins to shift. Your mind shifts. Your habits shift. Your confidence shifts. your entire direction shifts. And here is the most important truth of all. The gap between knowing and doing is not some external barrier, it is you. And the moment you decide to move, that gap disappears. Everything you dream of, the health, the wealth, the discipline, the confidence, the purpose, is waiting on the other side of consistent action. So make a decision today, a real decision. Not a wish, not a hope, not a maybe tomorrow promise. A decision to show up differently. A decision to stop negotiating with your excuses. A decision to let your future matter more than your comfort. Because your dreams are not disappearing by accident. They disappear when you don't act. They disappear when you hesitate. They disappear when you wait, but they reappear the moment you move. So step forward. Start today. Do something, anything that aligns with the person you are becoming. Build the momentum. Shrink the gap. Close the distance between who you are and who you were born to be. Your life will not change because you know what to do. It will change because you finally do it. And this moment right now is the moment your new life begins.